was on YouTube. Welcome back, or should I say hola. So we're back in Benidorm. So we're staying in the Flash Hotel, so keep your eye out, there'll be lots of Flash videos. But for you now, let's take it back to Bristol early in the morning. We'll meet you in Benidorm. So we have arrived. The plan is we've just had a bit of food, line our stomachs, and now we're going to head up to Uncle Ron's. We're just going up for a couple of drinks, nice and cheap, just get a few in us, and then we're going to sit down and assess what we're going to do tonight. So we're thinking, we've been up, we've only had a couple hours sleep because we were up on the early flight. So a few drinks, go out for a show, maybe an early couple of shows or something like that, and then back. Probably won't be a late one tonight. We're going to save that for another night. So let's get on to Uncle Ron's. So for those of you who are wondering where Uncle Ron's is, it's up this street here. It's down the Recondolence corner, and you go up by the KFC, go up the hill, and these about halfway up this hill. So I don't know how busy it's going to be in there, because it's quite quiet here, January, but it's the middle of the day. Then Uncle Ron's is cheap. Well, probably the cheapest place in Benidorm. So could be busy, but judging by the streets of Benny in this time of day, it's pretty quiet. So hopefully we should have no issues getting the table. So we've got here to Uncle Ron's. It's not too bad actually. There's a few tables free. A few people have actually come in since we've come in. So we've come in. We've got a €1 pint of Estrella in a Madri glass. So maybe it's Madri now. There was Estrella, but either way, I ain't complaining. It's a nice pint. And to all those who say it looks dead, look at the head on that. That ain't a dead pint. You can see the bubbles in the pint. So don't slag it off online and say it's a dead pint if you've never been here and tried it. It's not a dead pint, and if perhaps you came in and had one, go and ask him, because it clearly isn't. This is the second time we've been here now, and it's brilliant, so can't complain. So we're going to sit in here, buddy. We've got a fire in front of us. It's nice and toasty in here actually. Have a little drink or two, maybe three, we'll see, and see what we're going to do tonight, and we'll come back to you. So we stayed for a couple of drinks in Uncle Ron's. And at the end then actually got talking to Uncle Ron, and I'm guessing it's his partner. Don't know if it's business partner or wife or girlfriend, but she was lovely as well, Gigi. And basically I spoke to them, I messaged him a couple of weeks ago on Facebook, and just said, hey look, I want to come up, I want to do a video on the Belly Buster. So I want to try and encourage people to come here, try the food, and put some money in the place, right? Because, you know, a pound a pint and a pound wine and things like that, they're not going to be making huge amounts. So I want to get people in through the doors. So we're going to go back on another day, and they've given us permission to do the belly buster, so stay tuned. All right, so we're going to go back and review the food, get my words out. I haven't had a couple of drinks at all, I promise. But we've got no kids, so no one can complain about me day drinking now. All right, you know who you are if you're watching, complaining in the comments about me day drinking. But anyway, so yeah, so I spoke to them. They were really nice and really friendly, and the great thing about Uncle Ron's is like there's a real nice community in there. So everyone chats to each other, people just sit with each other. If you don't want people sitting with you, just go and grab a table, and if someone comes over, just say sorry, you know, and I'm sure they're fine with that. But they've got a little doggy in there. I think it was Ron and Gigi's dog, a little toy poodle, absolutely adorable. And yeah, they're just they're happy to have a chat and speak, and you know, and have some time to talk to you. So get yourself up there. Don't be afraid to say hello. Go and shake his hand. Go and put some money in the tills. But that's coming up in another video. We had a little look at the What's On guide, and we found a few shows, so we're going to see how we get on. We were up 4 o'clock in the morning to catch our flight, so we're a bit tired, but we want to try and make the most of it. But it is what it is. We'll see how we get on tonight. For now, we're going to go take a little walk down the beach, so we'll catch a bit of the evening sun down there. So let's go and see what it's like down on the beach. So we made it down to the seafront. So we walked down like half of the strip, and literally the first guy working outside one of the bars opposite the Red Lion. I can't remember which bar it was, but it was opposite the Red Lion. First bar. Why ain't you, Charlie? I think it's no wonder like Benny's getting a bad rep for these things, right? But as I've said, and I've done videos on, and we'll do more, there's so much more to Benny than just the strip. Like, yeah, well, we've had a few drinks. We're gonna have a few more tonight. We've even got a couple of drinks back at the fridge in the hotel. But you don't have to stay on the strip. There's so much more to it than that. And I'll be honest, unless you're on a stag or a hen, I just wouldn't bother going down there. Like yeah, during the day, fine. It's nice and quiet down there, and you can have a good time. But I wouldn't go down there on an evening. It's not worth it. So for those of you wondering what it's like in January, it's still busy down on the seafront, but we have noticed generally it's a lot quieter, and it's quite nice actually. There's a bit more of a relaxed vibe about things. So like weather-wise, it's kind of like a late spring, early summer's day. So it's like 19 degrees Celsius in the day in the sun. It felt warmer directly in the sun, but like it was 17 in the shade. But it's just nice and quiet. Bars have plenty of room. Like most of the bars, like even the Cayman behind us now, there's a few empty tables. When we came here in October, there was no tables available, and like, people were just rammed in there. So it's a nice get away from the temperature of the UK. When we left, it was cold, and we just had like a frost day, and now we're in Benny, and we're in t-shirts, and it is getting a bit chilly, but it's nice. And I know back home it's wet, it's miserable, so I'm happy. So let me know in the comments, when do you come to Benny? Like, what's your favourite time of year? Do you like it when it's busy? Like when it's quiet? Do you want it a bit warmer? Like, what's your ideal time? Put it down below, let everyone know. Is it quiet? Is it busy? Hot, cold, whatever it is, let us know. So we've had a little walk, popped to a supermarket, grabbed a few bits for the hotel room, and we were looking at a bar to go down on the seafront. We were looking at the Cayman, because whenever we've been here, Cayman you can't get in. But it was available, but actually we got stopped by, I think it's Tiki Beach, and they have fat frogs, and we saw it in October. And now, for those of you who don't know, a fat frog is like, is it blue and, what colour's the fat frogs? Blue and red, like green, maybe? Tell me down below. It's blue and yellow, red and yellow, blue and yellow. I don't know, you can tell longer since I've been to school. So you mix the WKDs together and you get a fat frog. We used to get them at a bar when we were on holiday, at university, so we haven't had it in too long because we're old. So we're going to enjoy a fat frog down on the beach with a lovely little, not sunset yet, but it's going down and it's nice, the weather's nice and chill. So we're going to sit here and enjoy before we go and get some dinner. Let me straw, let me put my eye out then. Nearly. So we just come out of Tiki Beach. It's alright, it's a nice little bar. I think there's a weird thought process that goes on here in Benidorm, because obviously you can go up to, as you've seen, Uncle Ron's and pay £1 for a pint, £1 for a glass of wine. You can go into a wine barrel, buy €2 bottles of wine. We've got some. So you kind of get this, sometimes you get into your head like, you know, when you go to a bar and it's €15 or €13 for a bottle of wine or €4 for a pint, you're like, whoa, it's expensive, but it's really not. You think, like, my old man pointed out to me, a bottle of wine in the Cayman was cheaper than in Wetherspoons. So that really puts it into perspective on what Wetherspoons can you sit at with that view. You ain't. You know, so it's a weird, like, some places are a lot cheaper than others, but it's still cheap, and it's still, you know, and to sit and have that view is just lovely. But it's nice to actually be able to go into bars on the seafront like Tiki Beach and it not be rammed and you not be shoulder to shoulder with people. Yeah, especially with my bad shoulder anyway. Oh, I don't know. Well, if you know, you know. If you don't know, I'm broken. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to head back to the hotel. We're going to go and grab some lunch. And then we're going to see what shows we can make. So we'll see what time it is when we finish, see what shows are on, and then see how many we can make. But as I say, we're both a bit flagging on sleep. It's surprising how much drink we've had. We haven't had loads, we've had a few, like, you know, more than we would at home. I'm not drunk, just feeling a bit tired.
So that's it from this video, guys. We're going to wrap it up. It's very late and there's so much more coming your way, so stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.